Home Show.
Alan from Spring has a question about soffit-less ventilation.
It sounds like a challenge. The whole front of his home, he says, has open eaves with no vents to the attic, Tom. That's Alan's problem. He says, the only place to add vents is the board between the rafters that are flush with the brick. This is about a 6-inch vertical space. And he says, what type of vent would you recommend? The only thing he says I've found are vents that are louvered 3 or 4 or 5 inches in diameter, but not sure if these would work in a wind-driven rain. What do you say?
Oh, I don't think rain's going to be a problem. They're used all the time. They're called bird hole vents.
Okay.
And they're just round vents with little louvers. Make sure you put the louver in the right direction so it doesn't catch the rain. But as far as that goes, drill the hole and put them in. If you really want to go through all that work, you certainly can. It's not going to be a rain issue. That part I can tell you will be fine if you install them right.
So, but will that give him enough intake? I guess if he puts enough in there, it'll give him enough intake to drive those ridge vents.
It's a compromise thing. You do what you can do if you really want to achieve a goal, and this is what people are trying to do. The biggest problem is if you drill the hole a little big, they plop out. And I had this happen on a job, and we had to put some tape and stuff around it to give it a little more girth and then get it back in the hole so it fit nice and tight.
Oh, so these vents actually fit.
Try one first before
the vents actually fit in the hole, Tom? They're not fixed on the surface?
No, you push them in.
Okay. All right. And so...
So try one first. And then if you have to reduce the hole just a little bit, and in some cases we had to cut them because the holes were too small. So try one first and make sure it works. I think it's a lot of work for no reason. I'd let it go.
But then how does he get ventilation in the attic?
You don't have any. That's back to the compromise. How do you get a perfect meal? Sometimes it's not that good, so you eat it anyway you're hungry.
Okay, so
I don't know.
What about air? Could he do like air hawks or something up there to get air in?
You can. It's ugly. It's a lot. It's putting penetrations in your roof. Quite frankly, I think the bird hole vents are the best way to go. You just have to be careful and do them well. Okay. And that's what happens with a zero soffit. But if you buy a house that has a zero soffit or a open rafters, in this case, it's actually open rafters. It's the architectural style of the roof, and you really can't make it do one thing when it was designed to do another.
There you go. Fair enough. All right. No matter what you're trying to make things do, Tom can make it go easier. Just go visit HomeShowRadio.com. Fill out that Ask Tom form. Send it in to us. We'll answer your question. We'll post a video just like this on our homepage at HomeShowRadio.com, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page.